Welcome to Unit 2 of the marketing subject. And in this unit, we're actually going to start focusing on how marketers need to base what they do on an understanding of what's going on in the key marketing environments. What you can see from this quick summary of what we're going to study in Unit 2 is firstly, why does it matter that marketers need to understand the marketing environment? And you can see there the statement that business success depends greatly on our ability to read and interpret and adapt to the environment in which our organisation is operating. Naturally, that environment will differ between organisations and between industries and between geographies, and therefore we need to understand what's going on in those unique sets of circumstances so that we can develop strategies and responses to the environmental conditions, so that we can seize the opportunities, deal with the threats, we can respond appropriately based on understanding what's happening in that environment. So success really does come from monitoring, listening, observing, reading, and deriving insights. So it's not enough just to gather information. We actually need to derive insights about that information and then make decisions that are informed by early detection on the changes that we see in those marketing environments. A term that's often used these days is to identify and be able to respond quickly to weak and early signals in the environment. And therefore we need skills and systems and capabilities that allow us to respond to identifying early and weak signals and being able to deal with those and develop appropriate responses. And the marketing environment, and of course this varies from industry to industry and geography to geography and varies over time, but it is generally true that it's a highly fluid and turbulent ecosystem in which the organisation operates, and that we need to be able to monitor those conditions and develop our responses appropriately. And there are a number of key forces which we'll go into in much more detail in the unit. And so those forces drive change. Strategies that work in one period, in one geography or in one industry don't necessarily work in another period, another geography or another industry. And therefore that constant change means we have to be looking, listening, observing and interpreting information in ways that allow us to develop new responses as and when conditions require them. So in a marketing-oriented organisation, which you'll remember from Unit 1, in a marketing-oriented organisation, that capacity to understand the key environments, ideally in real time, is one of the characteristics that we look for in marketing-oriented organisations. So at the end of this unit, you should be able to identify the major categories of external marketing environments and the forces that make up each of those categories, explain the impact of the various critical components in those marketing environments and how they affect an organisation's marketing activities, discuss which aspects of the environment should be monitored and why those things are critical, explain what a marketing information system, an MIS, is and its usefulness to the organisation, and describe the role, the value and the key components of marketing research as a critical means for understanding that marketing environment. So I hope you enjoy the unit, and I hand you now over back to your reading, and I look forward to talking to you again soon.